Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today I take flight in the Delta Connection flight CRJ-900 from flight from here in Palm Springs to Seattle. So this is our second part of looking at the all-new Palm Springs scenery from Axonos, isn't it? Why have my mind gone blank? Yes, Axonos. So taking the new scenery from Axonos developers, the Palm Springs Airport, also known as America's third least stressful airport to fly from. And yeah, quite a fair flight ahead of us today. It's about 2.5 hours from here to Seattle. So I'll jump up here, till the aircraft up, and also have a close look at the airport scenery in detail, which, let me tell you, it's definitely an impressive structure this. Also got to give a shout out to the United Embraer over there, and behind us a Delta C series also parked at the stand. So quite a bit of detail in the scenery. We'll have a chance to kind of look around and have a look at it in more detail, what they've included. But again, thank you Axonos for giving us a copy of the sim and scenery. Well, got a sim from I'm tired. I'm way too tired. Yes, thank you Axonos for giving a copy of the scenery, which we're taking a look at today. Also, pairing up with Fabio again, also to give away 2 copies of FlightControlReplay. The weather looking better than our last flight here 2 weeks ago, although the peaks of the mountains just about visible. But certainly quite a bit of haze in the scenery today, so one of the few downfalls of this airport. The scenery, the visibility, not always grand. Apart from that, the airport, fantastic. Right, first things first, turn on the master battery. Solar power is available, so make that in use. We will turn on the logo lights. In fact, no we won't. Plenty of light outside. We'll turn on the nav lights. Hydraulic side on automatic. No smoking lights come on. Seatbelts stay off now to fuel the aircraft up. Armed emergency lights. Reciprocating fan on. Come on, Drawyah. I know you're tired, but you're not this bad. And then that should do armed emergency lights. Cool, that should be good to go. Next thing we'll do is quickly turn on the tablets, and then jump down to the low pedestal and start up both IRS switches in nav. Over to the FMS, go over to our position initialization, and plug in our departure, which is Kilo Papa, Sierra Papa, KPSP. Gate, we are currently at gate 8. Not down, that's fine. Clear that. Clear that. Copy the GPS position and paste that into the set position and head over to flight plan. While that's loaded, we will jump onto the tablet, head over to our aircraft setup. No, we won't, we'll go to performance setup. And this here is where we shall load the aircraft alongside PACX. So start a flight from PSP to Seattle, Delta 13484, cruising at only 5160 as that initial climb. Look at the flight plan 2 seconds, just to confirm that. Yes, initial climb is 160, and at Papa Mike Delta, and climb to 34, that's fine, so we do our initial climb on the cruise. Flight time today, 2 hours 18, for 2:20 on the clock. Departure in approximately 17 minutes? 18 minutes, sorry. 60 minutes, so not... Yeah, 16 minutes, so we don't have too much time to depart, so I'm sure we'll pick that up once we are up airborne. As for the passenger count today, we have a total of 79 passengers today, so almost full house, just a few empty seats on board. Delta Connect, I believe, have Wi-Fi on the aircrafts, I'm fairly sure. Delta quite a high brand airline in the US. No seatback entertainment, in fact, I don't even know if they have seatback entertainment. Let me just double check this 2 seconds. Delta Connection CRJ interior, because Delta hit the aircraft out of absolutely everything, apart from seatback entertainment. I don't think. That's the front. Obviously, the back of the seats. Back of the seats. Yeah, no entertainment. Let's just double check then. Delta Connection CRJ Wi-Fi. Yeah, as far as I can tell, these aircraft have got Wi-Fi fitted. There you go. Delta introduced Wi-Fi to ASA CRJ-900, so yeah, fair enough. Okay, we have got Wi-Fi in our CRJ today. No boarding music, I don't think Delta. We have got Delta boarding music, we'll use it then. Safety briefing, we have got Delta for certain. We get snacks, we don't get meal service as such. Yeah, no. Delta Airlines, you get meal service. Let's get boarding. Delta Airlines, I don't know, they're... From where they stand, they're not kind of American Airlines flag carrier level, but they kit their aircraft out of absolutely anything and everything that's possible. So, yeah, I'd love to fly with Delta at some point. They're an airline I'd love to check out and fly at some point in the future. Right, so 79 passengers on board. Forward cargo. Let's grab the numbers for our load on today. We'll find our payloads. Payload. Right, 9.3. So forward will be 310 kilos, and then the rear is 620. And then fuel on board will be a total of 6583 is standard, so around at 600. So that's right. Set payload in the simulator. Make sure that's all confirmed. Copy the performance into the FMS, not just yet. We'll do that as soon as we get the actual aircraft set up. So KPSP to Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha. Our first waypoint is going to be PSP, I believe it is. Yeah, directs to PSP. So there's no star on the departure today. From there, we then fly the Victor 386 to Papa Mike Delta. Then we direct to Lando. Directs to Lima Kilo Victor. And then, it's in 5 pounds, we fly the Hawk 7 approach onto runway 34 right at Seattle, presuming that doesn't change based on ATC. So confirm that. As it stands, we are flying on Unicom for departures, no ATC for us to talk to for now. That can always change as well once we do plan our flights up. But for now, that's our flight plan out. Our departure. We'll listen to GATIS first. But our departure, I'm expecting it to be on runway 31 left on a direct departure out, no start.
Winds calm. Sky clear. Visibility 10 miles. Dew point -5 degrees Celsius. Temperature 16 degrees Celsius. Altimeter 30.20. Winds calm. Sky clear. Visibility 10 miles. Dew point -5 degrees Celsius. Temperature 1.
Right, so, no winds, no clouds, absolutely nothing today. That's into 1020, perfect. Right, so that's all set. We'll jump back to the FMS. We'll use our runway 31 left departure as planned. No departure, execute that. Clear any discontinuities that form based on the departure if there isn't any. Directs to PSP, which is 4.8 nautical miles away. You can go to the legs page, jump back to the main FMS and plug in our performance. There you go, performance utilization. Our cruising altitude will be initially flight level 160, so we'll plug that in. Yeah, I'll never remember that. Full value, not just the, the flight level. Unless I'm sure if I plugged in FL 160, it would be that fine. In fact, it wouldn't be, because we're in the US. Transition altitude is at 18,000, so 16 is for transition. Gosh, lots to remember here. Fuel on board today, 6.6. 6600. Come on. There we go. 6,000 kilos, perfect. The nav set up. 250,000, 18,000 transition. And that is perfect. Right, let's execute that. Let's go to VNAV setup. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Head over to the next page, so we should have our altitudes set for climb outs. Cruising 16,000, we can change that once we get to the required waypoint, which is Papa Mike Delta. Back to the tablet, we use flat state for takeoff, dry runway conditions, set the speed bugs for us, and therefore we'll be rotating at 148 knots. Takeoff trim needs to be set to 7.1, so we adjust the takeoff trim now. Perfect. So 7.1 sets. Clear the master caution and warning. Turn on the seatbelt sign since the aircraft has been fueled. Let's greet the passengers, shall we? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Delta Airlines flight 1384 from Palm Springs to Seattle-Tacoma. Flight time today about 2 hours and 20 minutes, which we shall be ready to depart within the next few moments. Once again, thank you for flying Delta Airlines today with Delta Connection and all of our partners, and we hope you enjoy your flight with us today. Any questions, feel free to speak to camera on board. Otherwise, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Right, so that gets placed to the passengers. Flight director active, that's fine. Altitude we shall set to 16,000 since there's no ATC to give us any initial climb. Set the... yeah, that's us good to go. So we'll turn on the APU now. So we will turn on the fuel pumps. Arm the APU in bytes. And APU starts. While it does that, so I'm happy with the FMS. There's no more programming to do there. We've got our takeoff speed set, rotating at 148. Route's all set up. Runway 31 left is the southerly heading right, I believe. No, it's not. Northeast. Northwest even. Northwest heading, that's fine. So I'll put you over to Volanta. It's grounded to Palm Springs. Pushback facing east. Taxi down. Bravo. Continue on Whiskey, hold short Alpha, and then take off 3-1 left, that's fine. I have notes as well, for those who have the scenery from Drawyah, which is the, what do you call it, well, Drawyah Field, don't forget, nearest airport is 29 Palms, which is just to the east of Palm Springs. There's actually a chance we may even eye out the Drawyah Field airports on this map. In fact, I wonder, if I go to Volanta and pull the installed scenery. No, I won't add a Drawyah Field, fair enough. But yes, it does, it's not too far away from Drawyah Field, it'll be just to our east, so keep an eye out for it, you never know. I might spot that A380 from our climb out today. Apart from that though, we are good to go. Welcome Aviation James, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, I'm doing alright, thank you. Hey Drawyah, when you're climbing CRJs, just pause up and fix it. PACX, check your trim, check your weights distribution. Sounds like your issue maybe with trim or weight. Thank you, Go Firm. Glad you found tutorials helpful. Thank you very much for kind words. Welcome Monolith, how you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat. How you doing, dude? So at this point, the APU should be up and running. I've actually got a stream on my phone, so if I'm doing a quick moderation myself, I can do that. There we go. Everything's set, APU's running, so we'll turn, whoops, spoilers. So APU's running, so power will disconnect. That's all fine. Air packs will turn on when the engines have started. Anti-ice will activate the windshield and probes. Mention more warning messages. Doors as well, always important to close those. Closed, closed, closed. Parking brake set, so you can remove the wheel chocks and disconnect ourselves from the ground. Low pedestal, we will activate the yaw dampeners, the stabilizer trim, and the MAC trim. Also activate the backup radio, since that's always useful to have. Yeah, apart from that, Unicom 122 small 8, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, we are ready to push back from gate now. Oils, that's fine. Spoiler-ons inbound. Pressure, that's fine. Now we'll turn off when the engines start up. Cool. Let's call the grounds, tug, and let's get ourselves onto the taxiway. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
So we'll tuck into the aircraft, quickly look around the scenery, and like I say, it's a very detailed airport, Palm Springs. So you've got your fairly age control tower just to the north of the terminal. few hangars and warehouses just off the main side. Most general aviation at Palm Springs, there's a little base down to the east of the airport. So you can see there's a few King Airs and that's CJ4. Yeah, CJ4 currently at stand. A few more hangars down west. So this is where more GA and private ops take place. There are a few stables just to the west side of the airport, closer to the terminal. 2 runways, left and right runway. The runway close to us is slightly longer than the one further away. Airport's surrounded by hills on all sides. Well, it's got cliffs, hills, mountains on all sides, so you do get pretty good defence from the wind, in this case there are no wind issues. Visibility I wouldn't say great all the time, but you do get quite a scenic airport to park from, so again, thank you to Axonos for giving us a copy of that. Also again, got given credit for the AI models, a few C-Series aircraft, C-Series, Airbus, what are they called again, sorry, Airbus A220s. Currently on the ground, as well as a few Embraers as well. In fact, so it's like one of the newer, fancier wing options they've got on the aircraft these days. Alright, tug's connected. Let's go, shall we? Ground from flight deck.
Good morning. Departure checks completed, doors and hatches closed, bypass pin inserted, so please release brakes.
Brakes released.
So let the ride begin.
Turn facing east.
I will turn by 90 degrees. You may begin starting the engines, Captain.
Let's over panel.
Hello, welcome aboard,
Engine
and thanks for
right
flying with us.
starts.
Every time we take off, we try to make the world a little smaller. Our first priority on every flight is
Watch
the
Gen
safety
2.
of our customers and crew. So please give us your attention as we show you one of the safest worlds there is, the world of the safety card.
And engine 2
That all
starts.
carry-on items are securely stowed
Come on,
in
move
an
it
overhead
forward.
bin, and place smaller items, including handbags, under the seat in front of you.
Why
If you
can't we
lose an
throttle that
electronic
forward?
device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat. And ask a crew
Up
member for
and
assistance.
push.
Please ensure all
Okay,
aisles,
I'm
exits,
stopping
and
now.
bulkhead areas
Please
are
tell when the
cleared.
parking brakes are set.
As we leave
Brakes
the gate,
set.
make sure your seatbelt is
Okay,
fastened. To
Captain,
fasten, insert the
pins
metal
removed.
into the buckle
I'm
and
done.
adjust the strap
Wish you a
so
nice
it's
flight.
low and tight across your lap.
What was
To
that on
release the
there?
belt,
Hang
just
on.
lift the top of the
Trying to
buckle.
address.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt
Oh, there you
sign
go.
is on. And even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience
I'll monitor the engine quickly because I'm not too sure if that.
Federal regulations require all
Hmm.
passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted information signs located throughout the cabin.
Yeah, no, the reverse levers were armed, and that allowed us, well, stops us from moving throttle forward. Shouldn't be done in the first place because the reverses are currently deactivated. They should have deactivated. Yep, neither are armed, so that should have locked it there. Interesting. Well, engine 2 seems to be starting without too many problems, so we'll start up engine number 1 now. Engine 1 starts. Watch the N2. Run IVAO, Rudy. Run IVAO.
All exits are clearly marked with an exit sign. However, if there's a loss of power and cabin visibility
Right,
is
engine
reduced,
1
flight will illuminate
starts.
the aisle to
There you
get
go.
into an exit.
That works out problem that
Take a
time.
moment to find the
Very
exit
strange.
next to you. And remember,
Well, the engine's starting up.
lights
We will
behind you.
load flaps
It's
into the
unlikely, but if
8
cabin
degrees
pressure
position.
decreases, the panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen
There's the
masks.
bus.
If this
Welcome,
happens,
bus.
reach up and pull the mask toward you.
Let's never turn on the beacons, did I? Beacon lights on. Straight to get to the
Place the
runway,
mask
that's
over your
fine.
nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap
Wait
over
for
your
engine
head
1
and
to
adjust the mask
stabilise.
if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't
Everything
inflate.
seems to be working alright.
Be sure to adjust
Yeah,
your
should be good to go. Flight time today, Callum, 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Bus driver, how are you? Yep, so you commented earlier on about the, what was it about? What are you talking about? See, I'm lost all over the place today. I'm gonna sleep well tonight. Well, I can't sleep well because I've got work tomorrow morning. No worries to go for. Glad Fantasy Tour is helpful. Yeah, no AFE. That's it, no flight entertainments. That's what you're talking about. I'm all over the place. Right, engine 1, 2, active and stable. That's looking good. Flaps to 8 degrees. That's all fine. Back to the panel. All activate the APU, the bleeds, turn off the APU,
Now, before we
close the
take
door.
off, be sure your seat is upright, your aisle armor
Seatbelt sensors are active, parking brakes active, that's fine, good to go. Cuts the parking brake, taxi lights on, and it's going to make our way to the runway. Runway 31 left. Yes, I do plan to do the back in time flight on New Year's. We're going to do the flight from Australia out to the US.
Please sit back, settle in, and enjoy your flight.
Yeah, I do plan to make the back in time flights kind of a New Year's Eve tradition. So we start off somewhere, fly across the international date line, which brings us back in time. So it departs in 2022, and we'll land back in 2021 again. You could do the other way around, so you start off in 2021, cross date line into 22. That will do it the fun way. Back in time, not jump forward. So to the bus. You're not the only one that's working. Oh yeah, no, fair enough. It's Monday. It's Monday tomorrow, yes. So I've got a morning shift. Mornings ain't too bad. 6 till 2:15. Get taken off. 2:45. Sign out. Ready for 3. So slow taxi to the runway. There's no ATC, no traffic on the ground at the moment. I don't see anyone following along with us today. It's a bit of a shame, but hey ho, you get some, you don't get some. Yeah, then the departure in approximately a minute, hopefully. And if I really wanted to, I could probably get away with using the insect at Bravo to enter the runway, but we'll use the 4 length. We'll head down to Alpha, so make a right on to Whiskey, and just carry on from there. Make sure the tablet is back in performance mode, using my stats, so V1 148 rotating 148, and V2 158. Aircraft takeoff is okay, so good to see the aircraft is also in agreement with our takeoff. While we taxi, just make sure that the throttles are powering as normal, which they are. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, should be good to go. Don't see no real issues with this flight today. Oh, don't worry, dude. So you're alright, bus driver. Megpack A321, nope, that's finished death for me now, Keenan. I'm afraid the Megpack A321, I tried getting it going as long as possible, but when I did that flight out in South America, the systems were slowly giving up on me, and yes, I had to call it a day. It's a shame, because the PMP A321 was another aircraft that we could fly for a bit more variety. But hey, I've always got the TOTIS 321, so it's not like I've got a bad option to fall back onto. Yeah, sadly, the Megpack 321 has officially kicked the bucket for me. Do you have any tips on landing on the runway, doing up on the grass? Aim at the runway, really, laser jets. I mean, the overshoots in your name probably explains a lot about your landings, overshooting, but yeah, just aim at the runway. Keep things stable, keep things slow, and yeah, honestly, don't rush into it. And lights active, strobe lights active, transponder, which I now know is down here, comes on, system 1, where's the lever, there's the lever. Quickly out some Unicom, that we are departing. Right, cabin crew, seats for departure please. The overshoot names because you mean you overshoot lots in Train Sim World, but you also overshot the runway a couple of times. Yeah, you'll get there, dude. Trains. Well, stopping in trains is not always the easiest thing in the world to do. I mean, I've done it a couple times in Sim. Fortunately, not in the volunteer role. I have been pretty good at breaking the volunteer stuff, but in train Sim, yeah, it's not always the easiest. Right, sport the engines up. Engines 1 and 2 are stable. Throttle into the token position. Speed live. knots. 100 knots. V1 rotates. To right, gear up. There you have it. Next stop, Seattle. Going to start making a right-hand turn, get ourselves towards the PACX waypoint, also towards the slightly lower part of the mountains, because gotta remember, just beyond the super massive wind farm here at Palm Springs, like seriously, this thing's grand as anything. Yes, you get a few relatively high mountains in front of us, so we will need to work our way around that. Laps 1. Continue pitching about 10 degrees. Now let go of the yoke without too much problem for dipping. Can just try if need be. Activates the nav modes. Set speed to 250 knots. And autopilot engage. Raise the flaps. This one will let the aircraft take control now, so we'll leave it on autopilot, leave it on speed climb and navigation. We'll just confirm that nav source is set correctly, which it should be. Yes, MS1, that's fine. Yeah, it should be alright for that one. Where was the... There we go, that's the menu. We're going to get rid of the airports, don't need that. We'll leave the speed and altitude, we'll get an ETA up as well if we need it. Misapproach will also be visible. That should be fine, no need for airways and nav points, that's fine. Cool. We'll zoom out on the ND as well slightly, get more of the rate points up. So you do get the ETA, so it shows you how many minutes until you're expected to arrive at each waypoint. So we get 22 minutes at Lando, so forth. Yeah, it's just a nice little extra for you to look at on your route displays. While we climb out, we'll have a look at the towns and cities down below, the Palm Springs area. Especially the visibility has cleared up a tiny bit away from the airport. So what is still some nice impressive scenery I think I've seen in Flight Sim. You've got all the mountains, you've got all the hills, the terrain. Certainly somewhere on my bucket list. I wouldn't say I'd stay here for super long, or maybe still like a night or two, but I don't know, kind of somewhere where you're waking up to view the mountains every day. I think it's going to be quite a bit of fun. And I'm sure I'll find enough to do kind of walking around the different towns here. Right, 10,000 feet, landing lights off. Trim, I'm using I'm using the trim on my stick there, because I must admit, I know where the switches are. I'm fairly sure it's the switches here on the yoke. There's no key, well, that's where they are, on the yoke, but best not to click on the yoke in my opinion, so I just use it on a separate stick. Yes, trim switches are on the stick, on the yoke. Right, well, climbing out, past 20,000 feet. When we get to our next waypoint, actually we're already on that straight part anyway. Let's have a look. So, Goggy, make left hand, sorry, is that Goggy or Soggy? Goggy. Soggy. Soggy, make a left hand turn, that takes us towards Lando. From Lando, make a right hand turn, and that gives us a straight line path all the way, virtually, to Seattle. So we'll wait until we get towards that part of the flight. That's, yeah, Lando takes it, okay, Victor. That takes us all the way, look at the map, all the way from Lando, right up to the approach path. There you go, get the Victor. And from there, flight plan does actually continue all the way to Hawk, so I need to double check that on our flight plan there, sim brief. I really want to find what the waypoint is, the Kilo Victor. Yes, because that will then be the Hawk's star, won't it? Have a quick look. So, Lima Kilo Victor, I'll plug it in, so Blitz. Just the Y's behind the stick there. Blitz to Esley. To Bravo Tango Golf. I'm just going to get from the flight plan then. Bravo Tango Golf to Papa Tango Era. Era. To confirm that we need to reduce throttle. The answer is yes. Got to remember, there's no auto throttle on the CRJ, so you do need to make sure everything's done manually. So we reckon from over speeding, so make those small adjustments. Now approaching the Bridget waypoints. And then at some point soon, continue climb to flight level 340. Right, that should do us. So Patera, then to Krieg. And then Hawks. Cute, that's perfect. That's just the GoPro view slightly, more on the top down view. There, that should do us a bit more nicer. Right, so leveler 16, Papa Mike Delta waypoint, which is probably not that far away from us. Yeah, so as you get towards Palmdale, so next waypoint Soggy, make a left to Apples, and it's Zoran, Palmdale comes to 334, and then Palmdale to Lancaster towards Lando, and that just brings us along the border of California up to the north. So yeah, kind of go between California and Nevada into Oregon, and that's when we make our descent over Washington State and then Seattle. Simple flight today, nothing too much for us to focus on. Right, how are you guys in chat today? We've done all our main takeoff focuses, so now back to normal bits. So that's us today. Felt like doing a flight from JFK to LA in a JetBlue 321. Yeah, I'm afraid Keenan, sadly the 321. I mean, you can try without the Megpack cockpit. I think the default one with default cockpit system still works, and the Megpack upgrade certainly has had its day. Added the Palms machinery, jetway's not great in photos, and I mean the jetways I believe are static, but in terms of the actual kind of surrounding scenery and what it includes, I don't know, I quite like it. I mean the scenery itself at Palm Springs, again, the mountain overlooks it, the low visibility setting to watch about, the actual terrain around the airport's fantastic. The main airport itself, I don't mind too much, it does look pretty good. I like my static aircraft, so the static aircraft there also just has a bit more to it, and yeah, I quite like it. James pre-ordered the yoke from Thrustmaster, very nice. Yeah, do enjoy it, dude. Let me know how it feels when you get it, when you get hands on it. Scottish, you have flights in 20 but only the standard version, would it be worth upgrading to 787? I mean, it's not just 787, it does include more than one aircraft, it also includes a few sceneries as well. Check out what else it includes, and really, that's down for you to decide. So, yes, fair enough, I got it for 787, also it includes the scenery at London Heathrow, also got the scenery at Dubai, also you got the, the SR-22, there you got the prop aircraft that people are enjoying, so yeah, it's more than just 787. Premium Deluxe does include a fair few extras as well. Drawyah, changed name from Simply Cats to Moon001, no worries dude. Welcome to channel chats, how are you today? David Gomez, you're always in London next week, but what do you think the restrictions tomorrow will be? Don't know yet dude, I mean it'll be interesting to see what the restrictions are, and also if it affects work for me in any way. I mean already where I work is getting a lot quieter without so many passengers travelling to and from. But it'll be interesting. I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. I'm definitely keeping a close eye on what's going to change, because this could affect me quite a few ways, which I don't know. It could be for the worse, could be for the better. Time will certainly tell with these lockdown announcements. I've got our first screenshot to upload onto Volanta. Again, absolutely adore this tool, Volanta. One of the best things ever to come out of Flight Sim. Are we no longer find the flight plan? Or has Volanta, or has the, oh yeah, we're going to find the plan there. What's our next waypoint? We'll fly direct to Lando then. I just realised we're not quite on the path. Oh, very strange. Lando, execute, legs. Refresh, there you go. I'm going to left hand's turn now. Oh no, very odd. Slightly further north than where we should be, but it's not going to cause too many problems. Not that there's any traffic out here to worry about, really. I think we'll be alright. So make left hand's turn, we might as well then climb up to 3-4 as well. So head over to our performance again, which is here. Reset altitude to 34000. Execute that and resets the altitude on here also to 340. Set the speed, reduce the speed down to about 300 knots and push throttle into the climb position. So throttle climb, 300 knots climb, aircraft will continue from there. Yes, as I was saying, absolutely love Volanta, all these new screenshots and upgrades that they've included with the new version 1.2. Still think they're fantastic. Still think they're absolutely fantastic. I guess still my top 3 screenshots. I mean this was my flights from London to San Francisco, was it? No. London to Los Angeles, LAX. That was quite a good one. Was that from that flight? Look at the train now, actually. I don't think it was. It might have been Boston, actually. I need to double check. We got that one. Second screenshot, of course, flight from Amsterdam to Juliana, 7% KLM, pretty good. Third screenshot, EasyJet at some point in the evening. I believe this was a flight from Copenhagen to Gatwick, if I recall correctly. Based on the sunset in this one. No. First screenshot now up. Hopefully. Give it a second. It's 4K. Takes a bit of time to upload. Again, massive thank you to the guys at Volanta for giving me a copy of the, well, giving me access to premium. There you go. First screenshot up. I love this tool. I'm sorry, but I really do. Give me somewhere to upload my 4K screenshots and just adore it, really. Which also has our timber sets to standard, given that we have passed through 18,000 now. Come on, push standards. There we go, took a bit of time. Yes, you do see other people's screenshots of Volanta, David, so if I were to zoom out, there you go, so some screenshots over here. Sky Spot is Delta Airlines in X-Plane. We've got a screenshot down here, so on Spirit in P3D. That's quite a nice screenshot actually, I'll give them a like for that one. Someone down here in where, sorry? This one in the southern regions of Mexico, isn't it? Yes. Ooh, in the Kodiak, Microsoft Flight Sim, that's a very nice screenshot, I'll give you your like. Yes, you can share screenshots on Volanta, everyone can look at them, everyone can view, everyone can like them. It's a good tool. Oh, that's very nice. It's BA Better World Livery, Tag Over Alpha, Sunset Microsoft Flight Sim, very nice. Right, Helsinki, so we've got the Helsinki one, that's just a thin air at stand. Average screenshot, but very nice. So yes, it's like an open window to other people's flight sim experiences. So yes, I do really like it. Have a suggestion, do a military flight like RF. I could do it at some point, HGC. In fact, that is on my list of things to do. I'm waiting for Just Flights to release the BAE 146, as the RAF here do military transport flights in the 146 between different airbases in the UK. So they could do, for example, Northolt's to Brize Norton. That's one that's used a lot by the Prime Minister and the Royal Family. The transfers to A330 for long distance flights. Recently, in fact, actually did a flight from Northolt to Stockholm. Because in London, where I live, of course, RF Northolt's kind of the main military base for the city. And so I do quite a few military traffic in and out of there. So it's certainly possible. Something we'll definitely do at some point soon. Do you recommend the CRJ and the VNAV are any good? Asked Max. Do I recommend CRJ? Yes, I think it's a fantastic aircraft. One of the best in Microsoft Flight Sim. Let me just turn off the seatbelt sign now. Yes, certainly the best payware and one of the best aircraft full stop in the sim. Very few compare at the moment. Is it VNAV any good? Yes, it is, but just be aware that it doesn't have auto throttle max. The CRJ was never fitted with auto throttle, and therefore you are having to manually adjust your throttle during different phases of flight. But yes, the VNAV does do proper descent calculation and all that, and also your descent also exists as well. So it does give you a few tools and systems to help you climb descent as well. So it's worth a look. Not the cheapest aircraft in the world, but when it comes to the grand scheme of things, it will become one of the cheaper paywares in future. When PNDG and I don't know, Aerosoft pricing is also quite mid the market as well. In fact, CRJ quite mid the market. But PNDG will definitely be more of a premium product. What else have you got out coming? TFDi design actually, their pricing is pretty good as well. I mean, PACX I use, that's about $30, so that'll be pretty good for pricing. It really depends who's going to develop and what prices will be. I mean, there's unknowns, for example, the A320 coming in from thingy there, sorry. The A320 coming in from Phoenix, that one will be an unknown price, so we'll see how that kind of comes out soon. We'll see. Is it cheap? Not the cheapest, but reasonably priced. And yes, I do think it's an aircraft certainly worth looking at. Well, even the FMS, very well programmed, very well configured, it just is easy and good to play with. Give you ideas as you're delivering some stuff to, you're delivering some supplies to RF Brize Norton, further military trucks. True, military trucks certainly easy to get towards the, well, that's kind of North Buckinghamshire, isn't it? So yeah, there are quite a few convoys out there as well. Jim, gosh, it's been a while, man. How are you doing? Yeah, it's been a while since I got a live stream. Hope you're doing well, dude. I have been. I am, yes. How are you? Hope you're keeping well, man. Yeah, all so far good from my end. Nothing particularly to shout out and report about, but I've been alright, dude. I've been alright. Hope you've been keeping well. Whoops. Come on, Photoshop. Crop the screenshots. But I'm still having to use the well, whenever I take a screenshot, it always does it with both monitors, and so I'm always having to Always having to make those small adjustments to crop all your screenshots and all that, but I don't know, it doesn't look good at the end. The end results in Microsoft Flight Sim are always fantastic. Some snowy peak just to our north, that's going to be, look at the map. Well, we're looking at Ridgecrest, Johannesburg and California cities. Somewhere down below. Obviously just cold enough to get some snowcapped peaks going on down there. We've now reached our cruising altitude. Sorry, to a lie. Coming through 310, another 3,000 to go to reach our cruise. We don't have so much military trains there, David, I must admit. We don't have too many of those. They used to be common, but these days there are some railway lines that go through military bases, but they're not really utilised as such. I mean, the UK is not really a massive country, so it's not really like cross-country delivery of arms or whatever. It happens, just not very rare. Well, not very rare, and generally kind of mixing with just civilian deliveries as well across country. Anyway, most of our stuff's done by air and road, not so much rail. So we should reach the landing waypoint in about 3 minutes. Make a right-hand turn. That puts us onto a near direct course for Seattle. Once again, it's a 2.5 hour flight today, so certainly pushing to what the CRJ is capable of. I mean, we're not 100% fuel tank, but I'll have a look at fuel. Yeah, about 80% tank, left 1 and 2. Sensors not in the field, so yeah, got plenty of room for fuel in the aircraft. Although slightly longer takeoff, I must admit. But we're using a bit less runway, but we use quite a fair bit of pump springs. I won't lie, when you came in today onto the Eurostar, you're so hyped you saw Southeastern High Speed. Yes, because Southeastern High Speed uses the same line as the Eurostar. So Eurostar is line from the UK to all of Europe via France, and essentially Southeastern Railways have a high-speed network which just uses the domestic bit of the track. So they'll start off St Pancras at the same time, but then they'll only go as far as either Ebbsfleet International or they'll go down to Ashford International. So the 2 international stations, and then they come normal Cooter train running on the slow lines. So they're premium rails to get you in and out of London, and then out towards Kent. No release yet for the PMG 737 Anish, I must admit. No release date yet for it. Soon, maybe early next year, but unfortunately nothing in concrete yet, so we can say. Now, I've done Southeastern High Speed a couple of times. It's a decent rail network. I've not had too many problems with it. Made a few trips to and from Folkestone and Margate on high speed. Right, now at the landing waypoint, right hand turn up towards Lima, Lakeview, Lima Kilo Victor, Lakeview. That's where we're going to be spots both Lake Abbott and Goose Lake from our position. Quite a few aircraft in this part of I've just noted. I don't know if they're all flying together. Oh yes, they are actually. They're doing flights from Silver Springs to Columbia. Oh, they actually kind of did a few hops and stops on the way. So yeah, you can see they've departed, following around, roads around. Virginia did stop here at Yerington, then down to, they didn't stop here, they flew over Topaz Ranch, main approach into Alpine County continuing on towards Columbia, which is here. So yeah, down that final leg. Up in this aircraft, who's only just joined in. Let's take screenshots. You love this game, easy to take off, but landing's always... when you stop liking it because you can't master it. It takes time to practice landings, HTC, but they're not difficult. Just takes practice. Like most things, just takes practice. Rotates... yes, so they are also rotate looking to release the ND11 for Explain in 22. That's also looking to happen. And use on the A340 flight in 20. I must admit, Mega, I'm not sure who's developing the A340 in Microsoft Flight Sim. There are so many projects going on this platform, even though I've admittedly lost track of quite a few of them. But yes, unfortunately, I don't have any progress on that particular project. Force it directs to Lakeview. I'm alright, Chris. I'm doing alright, thank you. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats. How are you? It's probably on Discord. You tried DX12. Yes. I don't. Even Acerbo don't recommend using DX12 at the moment. It only exists at the moment to prove that it's working in the sim and being implemented. So even if you look at their release post, it says we don't recommend DX12. It's there for you to use to test and to report any bugs and issues and crashes, but it's not fully functional. If you want to fly a stable sim, stick to DX11. So that's something they've been very open about on their side of things. What mods are you meant to use, HTC? All mods listed in the description. So if you want to know what I'm using, all in the description. The main mods really, A2MX, whoops, wrong button, PACX, which is the passenger and crew add-on. And yeah, that's it really. Yeah, Explain 12, definitely excited for it, Scottish. As soon as it releases, that will be a day one purchase and look for me. Do a few flights in the hopefully new A330 that come with the defaults. So I'm excited. I've always liked Explain. I've always said it's a better platform for its scenery, not scenery, sorry, for its flight dynamics and systems. If all goes to plan, they'll be able to keep on that without too much hassle with the new release. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for the new Explain 12. Since getting upgrades to Volanta Premium, you know I'm limited to just 3 screenshots. You can now upload as many as you want in a flight. So all of my flights since, just left hand side, so we've got Bakersfield down below, winging away. You've got Bakersfield down there. Yeah, ever since getting Premium Deluxe on Volanta, getting all the upgrades, my entire flight's now just been a trail of screenshot. You look at my flight I did last time from Heathrow to where is it? Luxembourg. I just took so many screenshots, the entire line was just covered with them. Yes, and ish, when the 737 does release, I will be doing a tutorial on the 737. That's definitely going to happen. No release date for 737 on Phoenix, A320 on Phoenix, Chris. Nothing on that, I'm afraid. Soon. Like most things, soon. You had our research will make it easy for devs to move to X-Plane. Yes, so because X-Plane is... Since X-Plane 9, they've used basically the same back-end code for all their platforms. So, even right now, X-Plane 10 add-ons are compatible with X-Plane 11. As long as it's kind of blank coded in Sim, nothing's really changed. X-Plane 10 compatible with 11. So it'll be very similar where the majority of X-Plane 11 stuff will be compatible with X-Plane 12, with very few changes in the API and SDK for the two platforms. So we'll definitely have a look at the change with that when it comes out. But if all goes to plan, from day one, Zobamod should be compatible. Yes, it's Quality Wing 787 in the works, Benstar, but there's no release date yet, or much really known about it at this point in time. So all I can say, like most things, is just wait and see what happens. But unfortunately, there's nothing in concrete yet as to when we'll get the Quality Wing 787 release. Flight factor, making up this 777. hopefully, yes. Flyback 777, decent aircrafts. Does need some work on it, but hopefully I'll get an upgrade for that as well. Yes. So yeah, Zyber 77 should be compatible with Explain 12. I don't see a reason why it won't be. If it isn't, then, well, something's probably gone wrong, but the 737 from Zybo will be supported for years upon years. See transition now from hot California sun to cold North America winter. A few snow peaks starting to appear. All shader based. None of this is kind of textured snow. This is not satellite imagery snow. This is a green surreal scenery, just like this. But what Microsoft Flight Sim does is using shaders, it will determine, based on the temperature, based on the altitude, based on the weather, based on the humidity, based on precipitation, what is snow and what is dry. So basically this is all the same green hills as you can see on the right, but with a layer of white just splashed on top. It does it really good, that. It does it really good. Now, fancy CRJ cabin. Unfortunately no passengers modelled, but we have got PACX, and PACX always doing its best to fill the gap there. Any people on board we recognise, any names? Let's have a look through the cabin, shall we? I don't think there'll be too many on board set profile I'll be able to name, but you never know. 79 of them on board, so maybe someone can spot. But unfortunately the answer is no. Not on this occasion, nobody I can name someone I know. Anyone else spots anyone, give us a shout, and we'll check them out, but no, not for me today. Pretty standard cabin, 2x2 seating layout, 2x1 at the front, small partition for first class, toilets front and back, and a few galleys sections at the front for the single member cabin crew, currently 7 passengers. Pinpoint, how are you? Welcome channel, on the chats. Yeah, guys, been a while, man. Theracle. Good morning from Seattle. How are you, dude? How are you? Hope all is well from your end. You're originally going to fly back from London to Seattle on the American 777-200ER, but due to some issues you switched back onto a 789, which makes it pretty sad. No, it's still a 787, not bad aircraft. And speaking of this 777s, David, Pinpoint, where is it? Very good, watch out for the tremendous wind conditions here. Yes, I can imagine the updrafts over the Rockies can get a bit updrafty. But hey, for sceneries and views like this, you can't fuss. We've always got the seatbelt sign, things get a bit treacherous. Also, we can always fly a bit more to the west and get closer to the coast if things get particularly bad. No, where's your 777, dude? We're all waiting. Bored of flying the, what's it called, the captain sim. We need something proper in this platform. What is X11 settings in Microsoft Flight Sim? As well as, yeah, have they? So my settings are different now, Flight Simmer, as you can guess, having now an RTX 3080 on a 4K monitor installed. But yeah, I mean, I'm running mostly on high and ultra. There's a few things I've toned down just to get a bit of VRAM for the streaming side of things. I'm hoping that's now. Well, now I'm at cruise, it shouldn't be too bad, but I'm starting to get busier again. Yeah, so 7.5 gigs out of 10 gigs is currently used for GPU memory, the VRAM. So one negative 3080, unlike the 2080, which has 12 gigs of VRAM, this only has 10 gigs of VRAM, so you do lose a bit of built-in memory on that. Apart from that, 3080 is a pretty sound card, which I do adore. I mean, since I first got it, things have been running a lot smoother, so certainly making fun use of that. It's not perfect, it does the job, and it makes Flight Sim run smooth at 4K, so I'm not complaining here. Also for the stream, I'm hoping the quality is good from your end as well. I mean, I'm having to consider the 1080p playback on my end. Doesn't look too bad, mostly it's sharp and alright. I'm hoping that's something that's just going to continue as time goes by. Yeah, it looks alright. Not perfect. Not even down to scale, I think it's just down to general kind of streaming. Never looks as a real thing, but yeah, 1080p doesn't look too bad at all. So working on it, margin of progress up towards Christmas. Very good. Wait to see what's on the way out. Also, aircraft has stopped climbing, I've just noted. It's not stopped climbing, but it's not climbing as much as it used to, given that we're now at the speed set. So just reduce speed slightly. That pace on climbing up to 3.4, is it? Yes, 3.4. Just on our left hand side, we should soon be coming across Fresno. Fresno will be about there-ish. Somewhere underneath the clouds. Yeah, which is the warm side? Which is the cold side? You take your guess, place your bets. Right, shall we do our first giveaway today? So, like I said at the start of the stream, we have got a giveaway for FlightControlReplay on our stream today. So, giving away 4 copies today. So, give away 1 now, 1 at a late station cruise, 1 when we land, and then 1 when we arrive at, well, this is replays of course, because it's a replay add-on, therefore check its replay. So, doing 1 now, 1 close to descent, 1 on the ground, and 1 after replays. So give it another minute or so. If you want a chance to win the giveaway, just type FCR in chats. And today's prize is a copy of FlightControlReplay, which will be given to you in the next 48 hours, if goes to plan. So, FCR in chats. Don't spam it. If you spam it, you automatically get blocked from entering because spam protection in it. So, don't spam. Apart from that, enter in and oh, good luck. Yes, Pinpoint releasing the 777 for Flight Sim Anish. It'll be freeware. It's 777 as far as I can tell. So it plans to create all variants, including the Aerosoft. Interesting. Okay. Speaking of progress, you should get back to work on the FA panel. Yeah, no worries, dude. You take care. Have a good one. Yes, Annie, if you're on Twitch as well, also available to win on Twitch. So, YouTube or Twitch, FCR, good luck. Make sure you've got an active Discord that I can also contact you on, so then I can drop you a message about claiming your prize and all that. If you've got no Discord or other contact methods, then I can't help you, and I won't do phone numbers and emails because that requires you to post this on chat, which I don't really want to do. So, best way is Discord. If you've got any other alternatives that's private, give me a shout. Otherwise, yes, our first winner for FlightControlReplay on the stream is going to be Scottish. Well, there you go, dude. Scottish just won the first giveaway. Drop me your Discord username in chat. So, in my case, it's going to be Drawyah 8663. Drop me your Discord name, and I'll drop you a message at the end of the stream for your giveaway. Don't worry, there's still 3 more to win today, so if you didn't win this chance, tune in later in the stream. We have another 3 more to give away from Replay. We'll do 3, but Christmas now around the corner, you just give away an extra 4 fun instead, so what can we say? Yeah, well played to Scottish 4489, thank you very much. Got a notepad. I'll get that sorted out off the stream. Cheers, dude, congrats. You won your first giveaway today. So in terms of our position, we are now... We've just passed Fresno. We've got the IVAO WebEye. You'll see we're slowly progressing up north. We're looking at SeaTac over here for our arrival, so we've got plenty of progress to go. ETA looking at 21:05 on the in time, so hour 20 remaining, and now 35 on the clock, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're making good progress. We're making good time. Stats wise, we've completed our climb out. You can see there's a little bit of shadow there towards the end, but we did manage to get up to 3-4. Flight plan. Portland, of course, our alternative. We can't make it into Seattle for whatever reason. But I doubt we need to use it. Yeah, so far so good. 641 miles to go. ETA 21:04 Zulu based on the flight plan in. Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at the preview screenshots on Discord already, Anish, Pinpoint have already given us... There you go, there's Discord here. Look at updates, questions, announcements, and there you go, progress. Great, we look progress. I mean, already they've got custom displays and systems going in the model. Yeah, okay, it's an early model, so they're going to refine it, of course, as time goes by. But that is a 777 basic shell right there. So, fair play, they're producing something that already looks better than the paleware alternatives. Subscription to the external model, all being rendered and looking shiny. We've got their debrief show as well, which you can also tune into every so often. I'm excited for it. Certainly the better 777 projects currently out at the moment. And freeware, so you can't lose with this one. Just can't lose. So with me in London, because it's 7:45 PM, back home it's Spencer 11:45, that makes sense. Yep, I know that's called, David, that's jet lag. So yeah, so your mind's still at 11 AM, but really, it's now late. Right, if you're travelling on the UK rail network, you may even come across me, you never know. I won't say where I work, but I've been spotted twice at my normal national rail job. I've been spotted once at the Volunteer Railway at the Rice at Lido. In fact, that was on Saturday yesterday. So that was quite nice to have. Like, hey, you're that guy I watched on YouTube. No, that's it. I don't mind. I don't publicly say like, here I am, unless I'm at Flight Show, of course. Then I kind of have to. But like, here I am. Come see me. Hello. If you spot me, then yeah, just say hello. Don't be weird and just say hello. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Can't remember what it was now. About asking for an autograph. If you ask for an autograph, David, then yeah, fair enough. If it's not busy, I'll probably give you a quick autograph and hello. Sadly, there's no release date for the A380 yet, Blade Up. There's no release dates yet for the A380. As soon as we know a release date, I'll tell you. Sadly, right now, that is unknown information.
Well,
So should be a bit of turbulence there. I'm going to turn on the seatbelt sign. Again, we've had my states here on the American accents for a couple of weeks. Never into the US myself. Should have gone. Booked on the 747 British Airways, but that got cancelled because of COVID. But yeah, I've never been to the US, so that's more for the future. How long do we descend, Anish? We'll be descending in approximately 45-50 minutes. So we've got a little while to go if we hit our descent. 45-50 minutes. I'm not running quite an ultra clumsy because I'm streaming at the same time. Also, this is 4K, not 1080p. If I was at 1080p, then yes, it'd be all ultra, no questions asked. But I'm running on 4K, I'm running OBS at the same time. If I want streaming OBS, I can run ultra as well. The only thing that's holding back is, well, OBS. But as soon as Microsoft Flight Sim becomes a bit more FPS friendly and stable, then I'm sure I can bump things up as well. But they're not running too bad. I mean, visually, it is absolutely superb. So it's a mix of high and ultra at the moment, and a mix of high and ultra. How did I manage to serve North Land? Averages were in use, so you can't see the runway to flare. Gosh. You're running. There you go, there's the Pacific Ocean over there, just noted. Getting close to us now. Is that Pacific? No. No, just a bit northward, sorry. Just on the horizon there, so that's just the lower mountains, slightly different colouring. Yeah, the visual on this platform, absolutely superb. I mean, even with the shade of render-based snow, can't fault that really, can't fault it. Yeah, I mean, CRJ from Aerosoft, I wouldn't say it's the best add-on Microsoft Flight Sim at the moment. I mean, the Flyby 220 is pretty good as well, can't fault that one at all. But the Aerosoft CRJ, definitely one of the better ones on the market at the moment. Certainly the best payware. Certainly the best payware jetliner by a long stretch. Also, quite fun to fly. Does take a bit of practice, does take a bit of getting used to. But I am hoping to stream it a little more often now because I bought it, streamed it, and then kind of just, I wouldn't say I forgot about it, but I just kind of didn't fly much with it because I was not super confident to fly. So then they released the 900-1000 variants, which I got back into and really enjoyed flying. And yeah, I'm now flying it a lot more frequently in Flight Sim, so we'll do a bit more of a mix. I'm a Boeing person myself, so I like my 737s and whatever, but there's no 737 yet in Flight Sim until we get the release of the PMDG or the freeware qubit, if that comes out before. Yeah, but apart from that, CRJ, fun aircraft to fly, a little more hands-on, more for you to kind of focus and do. Worth a flight, worth a flight. Should now be flying over Crater Lake, which was the last thing we released about 10,000 years ago. Thank you there, James, for coming on sponsor. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Welcome to, well, 9 months in first class, dude. Absolute superstar. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. 9 months. Gosh, that long, eh? How are you, dude? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. Crater Lake, yes. Crater Lake, I believe, was the one we were just looking at 10 seconds ago, which is frozen over. It's going to be that one. Just could find that on the map. The answer is... no, that's Mona Lake. Bridgeport Reservoir. Walker Lake. Lake Tahoe. And they've put a Crater Lake in our current position. But yeah, that is. So, I presume Mono Lake is Crater Lake. It's just marked as two separate names. Wizard Island. That's going to be. There we go. Pahoa Island. Different names. I know. Is that the same? Maybe. I don't know. No, Medford's no. It's by Medford. It's way up here. Crater Lake. There you go. That's Crater Lake. Sorry, dude. Nowhere near it. Does CRJ have auto throttle? No, does not. FlyGV. CRJ does not have auto throttle. That's something you have to control manually of your flights, I'm afraid. But this is not a difficult process. In my case, I've just had throttle in climb position, and it's done everything pretty much for us. Leaving climb position, you're good to go. But during descent, that's when you need to manage it a lot more. So don't slow down too much, because then you stall. Don't speed up too much, because then you never have enough speed to slow down for descent and landing. It does take some time to adjust and get used to, but you'll get there. It just takes practice. Like most things in this world, it just takes practice. No, not you, Monolith, Monolike. Close, not quite the same. Monolith, Monolike. The Phoenix will be better than Flyby, most will buy it, and better than CRJ. I mean, certainly you're going to have a chance to get up there with the Phoenix and A320. It's actually look pretty good from the previews, also the fact they've got some real world pilots actually working on the project. And again, so did Flyby. Flyby have real pilots on their projects. Like I said, don't get me wrong, the Phoenix and the A320 look fantastic, but don't fault the freeware guys for what they're doing, because the freeware guys are absolutely bossing this at the moment, and until they get us the, the supported VNav, then yeah, from there it should just get a whole lot better. Mon Lake's actually another part of another caldera of another volcano, Super California. Okay. Because this is along the Ring of Fire, if I'm correct. Is it the Ring of Fire? I know the eastern portion, I say east and west portion, that gets weird by the interstate line, because east is west, west is east. So the east/west portion is part like over Japan and kind of East Asia and all that. Does it then not kind of link around where the west coast of the US is? It does, but Long Valley Super Volcano isn't linked to it. Ah, okay, fair enough. Oh, thanks for that knowledge. There you go, some more of those American agriculture circles. The US, the only country in the world, as far as I can tell, that aggravate crops in circles. Everywhere else, you know, traditional rectangular or square fields. Only because of the way the watering system works in the US, you can get it around the circle, it just fits. But from up here, it just looks very unnatural. So that on the bloody aircraft now, that's going to be Lake Tahoe as we now approach Carson City, which is on the Nevada side of the West US. Also, you can fly over Reno, which is only just ahead of us. I'm fairly sure I've flight into Reno in Microsoft Flight Sim. No, I haven't. Let's have a look at the map of previous flights. Oh, it's already failed. That's annoying. Which one I uploaded? I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, my US map isn't scarce. You've got a fair few flights going on. So you got Rapid City, Denver, which I think I then linked to the flight into Colorado Springs. Salt Lake City, you've got done Las Vegas, done Palm Springs, done Los Angeles, San Francisco, and then flying to San Jose. I remember that flight. That was a really good departure. That was an A320, wasn't it? With United Airlines. United Airlines? Yeah, sorry, Delta. I remember this flight. That was a really good one. I enjoyed this one. What else have we got done? Dallas, Fort Worth. East coast of the US is pretty busy. You've got Chicago, you've got Toronto, Montreal, both out in Canada. Boston, New York, JFK, and Newark. I've not done actually LaGuardia. No, I have done LaGuardia. Yes, LaGuardia, Newark, and JFK. I've done all three. Done Washington, Philadelphia. I've not done the Washington Reagan Airport. I need to do at some points the river approach on that. Baltimore, Washington, got that. Sorry, I have done Reagan. I've done Baltimore. I've done Washington, Baltimore. I've done Washington. That's yeah, Philadelphia. Okay, so I'll tell a lie. I have done Washington Reagan, but I remember I came from the south, not the north. So I did the well, the not so fancy approach. That's not important there because it's probably from what's it called? Project Fly. But yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. So yeah, we came from the south, not the north. Washington Jules, done that. I've done a fair few US flights. I mean, not quite as populated as Europe. Europe for me is it's home for me, so it's going to be packed. But hey, you can't complain really, can you? Everyone says they fly to India very often. India's probably the most populated country out in the east of... well, as in Asia, sorry. A few in Japan. Done like South Korea flights, a couple of those. Jeju as well. Odd flight in China. That was the flight into Kamdo Bangda, the longest runway in the world. Yeah, I've done a few flights. I've got 2 flights between London and Perth. Sadly, a flight no longer in use, as aircraft now fly into Darwin instead. Yeah, but for QF1 and 2. I don't know, I feel like I've got quite a nice, varied map for flying. Yep, central point irrigation, Warren. It's how the US do like their farming, in that you have a water point on the pivot, and it just circles around the field, watering plants as it goes around. So ring of fire, most ring of fire, like Mount Sorrento and Crater Lake, is caused by plate explosion, yes. Nathan Raider, cool, thank you very much. Credits in P3D V5, FS Labs, and sometimes GA flying Microsoft Flight Sim. You say P3 better for aircraft detail and Microsoft Flight Sim for graphics. I can agree with that, Clumsy. I mean, the Project Fly? Yeah, sorry, FS Labs, different platform. The FS Labs A320 family aircraft is very good to fly. Very realistic, albeit the controversies of 2019, never forget. That was a whole thing in itself. But what can you say? What can you say? They're realistic aircraft, you can't deny that. Guys at FS Labs, certainly one of the best in the business, although very quiet about the recent Microsoft Flight Sim. Not too much being announced or revealed about their progress with that. Oh yeah, I'm very proud of my screenshots in the sim. I mean, I've mastered drone cam to a T. It's a very, very good tool for screenshotting. Okay, there's a few things I don't really use, such as the depth of field, which is also handy for long-distance screenshots. But I don't know, I quite get all the details into sim with it. Again, naughty, naughty, only one pilot in the cockpit. Should be 2 in here. Yeah, I really like drone cam. Just kind of the detailing. We can do up close with it, just to get a few screenshots of them. I don't like because I don't be Photoshop at the moment. I'm sure it's cropping. There we go. Hi Drawyah, where do you get these mods from? Which mod's Public Simulator? I mean, all are named in the description, so what we're going to do is search them in Google and you're good to go. We are using FS Realistic, that's the one I'm definitely using, apologies for the small size, 4K on a standard GUI makes it a bit small. But yes, we're using FS Realistic, I do quite like it for the extra shaking, camera effects and all that. But sneezing, let's hand off because, I don't know, I think it's a bit of a weird thing to add to a default effects list. Yes, we are using FS Realistic. Also, just another detail of Volanta I really like. Hang on, just another screenshot I'll upload and like. I love the 3D effects of it as well. The 3D mapping shows you exactly what you're flying over, your routing. You can see, so based on the ground level, that's kind of ground altitude, and climb, turn, continue climbing. It goes a shade darker when you do certain altitudes. I really like Volanta. It's a very good add-on. Very good logbook. Love the visual maps it does. You can turn off 3D if you don't want it, so down here you can turn off 3D mode, which makes it flat and boring. But I don't know, I just really adore this add-on. But for some reason it's glitched out there, I've got two screenshots of the same thing. Not even the same image, just doesn't seem to know what the ground one is for some reason. But either way, it's just very good tool. Also, satellite mode if you want to see the ground scenery down below. But you got a Microsoft Flight Sim for that. I don't see a need for extra flat mountains in the sim. Got your weather if you need it. Your sectional charts if you want them. Shows it in the US because that's very handy. Again, all 3D for you to interact with and play with. I'd love to see that expanded across the entire globe. Oh yeah, also Alaska. So right now we are flying, well, not on any airways, we're just flying direct at the moment. It's very smart, very smart. Not too turbulent at the moment, has decreased a bit. In fact, I'll turn off the seatbelt sign just to give passengers some freedoms back, but it's not too bad. Tablet on the left public, it comes with the CRJ. So this is the Aerosoft, there you go, AeroOS tablet. It comes with the Aerosoft CRJ, does its job, has all your clicky bits and options to play with, so I do quite like it. Of course, you've got your maintenance panel, so if you need to do anything with it, so currently got a decent amount of corruption on board. Engine's looking good, brake temperature currently cool, passenger off master stowed. You can load them if you want to. Don't know why you want to, but you can load them. You've also got your what's that propeller called again? AGG. The what's that backup propeller called now? I've forgotten the name of it, but yeah, you can also play with that and go from there. Fused Player Man, how are you? I'm good, dude. I'm good. How are you? Welcome channel. Welcome to chats. Welcome over to the Twitch. Nick, you're currently flying. You're landing at Bakersfield on my left-hand side. Very good. I presume you're. I don't know. You're on IVAO. If you are, I can keep an open eye out for you. So just past the past San Francisco now. LA down below, passing San Fran. Progress-wise, we'll probably be nearing halfway at this point. In fact, tell a lie. Nope. We are nearing halfway. We are exactly halfway there. 50%. ETA at 21:03, so we're slowly gaining time. Not by much, but slowly getting there. It's just about 100 miles. Oh, okay, 100 miles away. Fair enough. So I won't quite see you. Well, good luck for landing, dude. Good luck. Nice to meet you, Volanta. Thank you, IF guy. Glad you like him. Drink, check the phone for anything that's come up. Okay, just some work-related things I'm going to have to be like, hey, tell me what this is. There you go, trips, also I think I've got my... That's what then, Uber's favourite driver thing. I've also had my trip for tomorrow to get to work, because I'm working extra early. Yes, there's a lot for me to learn. A lot for me to learn. As long as he gets it, that's fine. Yeah, cool. Thumbs up from me. Right, see what you guys in chat saying. So not what's happened to an error. Joyce is showing the that's because we've got a giveaway today, Anish. So no, there's no error. We're giving away 4 copies of FlightControlReplay, as mentioned in the description. Also, as talked about in the stream today. Oh man, if I've got some mock exams in January, you'll be alright, Scottish. Mock exams, they show you progress, and nothing going to haunt you in the future. Worst case scenario, they come back poor. You've got time to kind of realise what the issue is and practice from there. I never minded mock exams too much. Real exams, in fact, I didn't find too daunting either. I didn't say I did excellent at school, but I left with 10 GCSEs, I left with 3 A-levels, so I did enough, really. Yeah. Which add-ons do you want to see, Peter? Like I say, all add-ons used, list and description. Although the cockpit shadows in the Aerosoft CRJ have never been great, I must admit. Where are the shadows? Shadows. They're going to be under contact shadows. That's to the ground, is it? Terrain shadows. Shadow maps. We can max that. Turn that on as well. That's going to affect the aircraft anyway. Yeah, as much as I love the Aerosoft CRJ, its shadows have never been great in the cockpits. Pardon me. Let's say what, I'm going to increase that again a bit more. It's a bit flickery, but just makes it a bit smoother. There we go. Right, so Drawyah, maybe I'll answer this for you. Do people tend to mingle at pubs and bars like the US, or depends where you really go, I must admit, David. If you're sitting alone at a pub, but kind of in the corner away from everyone, then yes, you'll kind of stick to yourself. If you're alone in the middle of the floor, light shining at you, kind of obvious you're there, then people will come say hello, chat to you. You'll get some interaction. So yes, it really depends where in the pub you find yourself, but I don't know, there are options. If you want to mingle, you can make yourself visible. If you'd rather sit to yourself and just hide away in the corner and enjoy a drink, really, or sit on the bar. Sit on the bar, kind of stay away from everyone. When I went to Guernsey, no, when I went to Alderney, spent the time at the bar because that's kind of what you got to do there for food and drink at night. Yeah, I spoke to some of the locals, some of the islanders who lived there. You just have a laugh, have a chat, and yeah, kind of just enjoy the history of the island and what they all work and do. In fact, there's one guy there who lives like 5 miles away from me, close to the city of London. Not that I'll ever really see him again, but when I say that, his girlfriend was like the owner of the bar or something like that. But I don't know. It depends where you really make yourself, put yourself, and how open you really are for conversation. This turbulence certainly giving our a couple of rocking today. In fact, Slight CRJ has a mode for that. I haven't even used it yet. Turbulence mode. What it does is it plays around the controls to essentially counteract any turbulence that the aircraft receives. Doesn't mean there'll still be some bumps and trends they go through, but it just keeps things smooth. Yes, if you go to Camden, David, clubbing is massive. Get on the Northern Line Underground, Camden Town, you've only got nightclubs and pubs and bars and that specific area. So yes, you do get nightclubs, don't you worry. That's what you're up for, that's what you get. Camden Town, also if you go to somewhere like Shoreditch as well, Shoreditch, quite a big clubbing scene as well. If you find yourself at London Bridge has the, well, London Bridge Station's got quite a few connections, so it's on the Jubilee Line, Northern Line, Thames Link, also a good way to get across London. You've got the base of the Shard, which is Europe's 3rd tallest building. Was tallest at one point until bigger buildings got built, but it's certainly London's tallest building. Also you've got both London Bridge and Tower Bridge interconnected to it as well, so easy to walk across that. Got HMS Belfast on the Thames as well, so London Bridge is a good place to walk around and trek. Of course you've got to visit Westminster, which is House of Parliament, and about a 5-minute walk away from Buckingham Palace, House of Royal Family. So London Bridge, Tower Bridge, two places worth a look at. Sorry, London Bridge and Westminster, places to go to. Where did college kids go out for Friday 7 nights? Camden. Always be Camden. If you want your young, hip and vibrant nightlife, Camden Town. Another project in America at the moment, Jim. He's nowhere to be. Actually, no. He's either in America or he's at Dover, bursting all the dinghies that come across the channel. Do you know if you can get the A380 on Xbox as a DLC? Probably not, ladies and gents, I must admit. Probably not. The flyby A320 is too complicated to get onto console, so I'm afraid they had to cancel releasing that as well as put it from the marketplace due to issues with getting it updated on there. So if they can't get the A320X on it, I'm afraid the A380 looking even less likely. I mean, even the Aerosoft CRJ flying right now, it's on PC, but it's not on console, and very unlikely to also ever be on console because it's just too complicated for it. Where is SeaTac? It's west coast of the US. Where is she? Washington State, Seattle-Tacoma. So in terms of my arrival today, I'm looking at runway 3-4 right for arrival today, so not using the centre runway, using the right on the runway. 3-4 coming in south to north. So we'll probably just end up flying straight in. We're already heading 330 already heading at the moment. So our approach just see us fly straight in. We've got Vancouver Centre online. They just miss out on us by a few miles over the US border. I hope we get ATC at some point in the approach. We'll see how it goes. There's 2 inbound aircraft. Got my Delta Airlines running at 2103. So not too far behind us. Qatari 777. This way to Seattle. I don't know where they're currently at the moment. Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. That's on the the way of the Great Circle. Look at that. Gosh, that is a route and a half, is it? Maybe we will do that at some point. How long is this flight? 14 hours and 1 minute, so it's not a short one by any means. You used to work for SeaTac at Korean Air Cargo, but massive schedule conflicts, the college, management. Yeah, cargo's never always been the greatest for management, I've noted in a lot of cases. I've heard a lot of stories. I've seen it myself in a few things. I've never really worked aviation cargo, but I know a few people who've done courier jobs, and yeah, it's never been the greatest way of doing things. That's why I'd probably enjoy doing just customer service and troubleshooting in my case, really. If someone needs help to get to A to B, give them a shout, and yeah, good to go. I don't know why, but the GTX 1650 is something with frame rate issue run much flight sim. Lower graphics an ish. I mean, I use the 1660, and for me, because 1660 is a much better guard than 1550. Yes, similar name, but 1660 has always been a relatively high tier card. Yeah, if you got issues with frame rate, lower your graphics. So you can really do, I'm afraid. Overclock, if you haven't done so already, but not too much because that also crashes the sim. But yeah, lower your graphics. It's the only real answer you give to anyone for that question. Oop, bedtime 1 hour. If we can get a full 7 hours and 30 minutes of sleep, we'll be landing in 58 minutes, or extreme ends of 58 minutes. In fact, we've got 50 minutes of arrival, so we're doing pretty good for my sleep schedule at the moment as well. I can get a good night's sleep in before I go to work tomorrow morning. How many knots cruising the A320? How many knots? You're looking at about... Right, what are we doing right now? We're doing 473 knots at the moment. Airspeed, ground speed 494. A3's a bit faster, so you'd probably... In fact, we're doing Mach 182, so it's about similar speed to us at the moment. About 480 knots airspeed. 480-ish. Would you rather buy XPlane 11 and the FlightVector 350 or upgrade Microsoft Flight Sim 787? I mean, I've got 787 from Microsoft Flight Sim, I've got the A350 from FlightVector. I mean, the FlightVector 350 is the more complete aircraft, but it's not really a warning, but don't forget that XPlane 12 is only around the corner, so I don't know, if you're looking at buying XPlane, do you want to save your money for XPlane 12, or do you want to buy 11 and maybe upgrade in about 5 months, 6 months when it comes out? There's no release date yet for XPlane 12, but that's the thing. It could be next week, it could be in 2 years' time. That's what it really comes down to. I mean, the 787 Microsoft Flight Sim is pretty good. That, and of course, to get the Heathrow scenery and the Dubai scenery and the SR22. It's a bit that annoys me. Everyone says it's just for 787. It's a lot more than 787 it comes with. Plus, you've got your premium sceneries and your premium aircrafts. Comes with a fair bit. Right, I'll plug in our expected arrival routing then, since I've already got that on paper. Runway 34 right on the Hawks 7 approach. Right, 34 right, Hawks 7. Transition is going to be Lakeview. Execute that. That's probably why Lakeview was given such a long run in. So adjust that and replace Lakeview with Lakeview. Execute. That won't change our route anyway, but we'll have a complete approach into the runway. So back to plan modes and just have a look at the workarounds. So I need to get to goals. Sonder, yeah, okay, Sonder, straight to Kalu's, that's a straight line path, no problem. Execute that, bring us to glide slope into Seattle, that's a good approach. No issues with that. ETA at a lot more. Landing about 59 minutes till touchdown. 59 minutes, that's fine. Wish has a livery pack for 747 like the A320 on console. There's a livery pack on the A320 on console. Didn't realize there was, I must admit. Yeah, if you can get liveries, then certainly worth a look. The benefit of going on PC is that you get all the freeware market options, and it's a lot easier to do stuff third party because then you can use the fair use for it. You can't publish stuff for a payment, so for example, Microsoft Flight can't do stuff default unless they have an agreement between certain airlines, so they can do all the contracts for that. But for third-party add-ons, which are not doing it for any sort of income, yeah, it falls into the grouping of fair use, so you can get away with that for most parts. Of course, third-party add-ons do get licensing for different airlines as well, so you can include it into their packs as default, always good selling points. But ultimately, it comes down to what these developers can afford and what can really get in terms of agreements for different packages. Still getting a bit bumpier and bumpier now, so we'll leave seatbelt sign active a little bit longer. We will need to, well, if we need to leave seatbelts on for the rest of the flight, we can do. I have noticed that altitude has slightly increased there, so just something we need to watch out for. Also, not the steadiest of paths at the moment. Everyone's kind of going left-right at the moment. Delta connection. This is for the yeah, so this is right now for the 900 mark. I'm not even flying the 1000, flying the CRJ-900s, and yes, Delta connection is included. There is, I believe, a Delta connection livery for the CRJ-700 on Flight Simulator 2, which you can download. But this one does include this one comes included in defaults with CRJ-900 and Flight Sims from Aerosoft. So yeah, just makes life a bit easier. The United one last time for the 700 didn't come included. I downloaded that one separately. But that wasn't too big of an issue because that was a SkyWest CRJ-700 as opposed to the never remember who the other partner is for United. It's SkyWest and someone else. I believe Delta Connection is done in house. There's no third party airline doing this. Delta do their own regionals natively. Let's have a look. No, I think you may be right actually. So there is that one the Heritage Comair one. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got a Delta connection. That one's your Comair Heritage one. There you go, Delta connection, Comair. And then that's a, gosh, that's a really bad condition one. But scrapyard find that. There you go. I sat in the hot sun for years, weathered. So you've got a couple of options for Comair and the other one. Colours in motion. That took about 10 seconds to find it. Also got Doubletree, also has the rooftop bar and lobby bar might go into nights. Very nice. Just be wary that drinks in London are not the cheapest. They are far from cheap. You might have to sell your kidney to afford a few of the more luxury choices, but Apart from that, you're not going to get too bad with it. You want to do stealth flights, you have made a request for a fictional Air Burkina for your next world flight to Burkina Faso. That's filled really fast. I must say, yeah, the flight's not too livery requests and all that is fantastic. You put in a request, they get back to you within hours saying like, yeah, here you go, here's delivery, enjoy it. So have a look at our top of the set. If we go to the progress page, ooh, that's a bit of a bump. If you have a look at the progress page, so I haven't even programmed our approach descent yet. So they already got it, so between SD and Bravo Tango Golf, we've got our descents programmed in. Yeah, there you go, top descent, just at Bravo Tango Golf. Ish, we'll see. Let's look. So if I go to flight plan, performance. Yes, destination 53 minutes, ETA 21:23, fuel left on board will be 28:35, that's fine. Dino set up for climb, cruise and descent, descent speed 290, 10,000 feet 250 knots, transition flight of 180, descending at a rate of 3 degrees. Yeah, we'll be alright. Yeah, no Man Home. I believe I'm watching. Matrix on Wednesday. No Man Home is to book at some point. Might see my father get that one for Tuesday, maybe. Actually, maybe even tomorrow. Let's see how things go. I'm going to Piccadilly Circus. Not bad. Not bad. Is it hard to fly 77 with the stick? Not particularly, Nick. Only because I've kind of gotten used to it with with the Thrustmaster Warthog. It's much more native and proper with the yoke, but you can fly any flight sim aircraft with the stick. Wouldn't necessarily be the most realistic way to do it, but it's not impossible, and much better doing it with keyboard or joystick controller. Also experienced fun at Circle Line when you first night in London. That's when I showed you the underground. Circle Line's, yeah, Circle Line's standard underground. If you want, which airport did you fly into? Actually, no, you said you used Aerosoft, didn't you? Fair enough. I mean, if you want to try proper underground, try either Piccadilly Line or Bakerloo Line. Those two are proper grotty old underground trains. In fact, Bakerloo Line's on Train World. But yes, S-Stocks and Circle Line. So Circle Districts, Hammersmith City Metropolitan Line all use S-Stocks, and they're kind of your modern day, fancier, nicer tubes. Bakerloo Line and Piccadilly Line are your 1970s old-fashioned underground trains that still work hard on the lines. Central Line's useful, but the trains are basically overglorified washing machines. Victoria Line, that's fancy automatic LED trains. Those are pretty good. Well, not as good as, I don't know. They're alright. The Victoria Line, the 2009 stocks. Where am I from? I'm from the UK, dude. You should know this. It came out on the 17th as well. I've just not seen it yet. Hard question. What's your favourite widebody? 747. There you go. Not a difficult question at all. I mean, the 737 and 747 are my two favourite aircrafts. I've flown 737 plenty of times. 747 I had a ticket for, and then the flight was cancelled. And then COVID struck, and then the aircraft got retired for British Airways, so that's just not going to happen. But 73s and 74s are my top two aircrafts. Opinion on the Waterloo Line, Waterloo and City Line. well, again, they're the same train as the Central Line, so they're 1992 stock, so it's with reduced carriages, and it goes between two stations. I do like the Waterloo station at on the Waterloo City. That's pretty good, or the original architecture on that. Yeah, but it's the same train for a very similar experience as the Central Line, but it's worth a look if you're going in that region. What else is there? There's also Northern Line Jubilee lines. That's pretty good. In fact, the Jubilee line's got my favourite motors sound of all train on the odd VVVHF tri motors there. So Jubilee line, good sounds. Northern Line, decent train. Although Northern Line has got the extensions to the Battersea Power Station stations, so that's the new bit of that line, which is pretty fancy and new. You'll do alright in London. If you like your tourism, you do alright in London. Your second line experience was about 20 minutes, and the westbound's completely cancelled at the time. Westbound cancelled. I wonder what that was for. If I was at work, I'd be able to check. In 2 seconds, I just must buy some cinema tickets. Because I've got cinema tickets as part of my work extra bonuses, I can do that. Down train, out and move. Fair enough. You're so desperate to get on a plane and go somewhere in real life. I mean, I did that myself, William, about 20... Well, this year I've been on 25 flights. All 25 of them domestic, so I flew from the UK to the UK, so... Yeah, I've done alright with my flights this year. Well, I've still got a couple of vlogs I need to edit and upload. Those are going to fall way behind, but they are saved on the hard drive. They're all backed up on the cloud, so they're there for me to do when I get the time. So, Bravo Golf, top of descent. At that point, we should already be at 240, so we'll start our descent slightly earlier than that. We'll walk our way down from there. It's going to be hard for inter-Europe flights and new parents. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be a big factor for a lot of flights in the next couple of months. Maybe a couple of years, because yeah, Omicron certainly changing a lot of the way COVID's reports to measure in the world. Now just enjoy the very, very pretty clouds in Microsoft Flight Sim. I adore this platform, I already do. Microsoft Flight Simulator are definitely the prettiest platform we've ever had. So this week, David, is well, for schools it's end of term now, so schools are no longer running. Working wise, business as usual. Well, business as usual, plus government advising people to stay at home if possible, so it's a bit quiet on the streets at the moment. It's not empty, but not as busy as it normally is. Yeah, but yeah, schools are off at the moment, so less kids in schools means that morning and evening kind of rush hour peaks will be a bit quieter and not as noisy. Cards in the work bag, I can grab that later. We're edging ever closer to our top percent now, so we'll be thinking about that stage in the next couple of minutes. Just do some bank transferring. 2 seconds. It's been a horrible month for me financially. It's doing so well. And then the motherboard blew up, and then my money went absolutely. But I'll get back to it. I was going to do this. So I'm going to go to benefits. Let me do it on my desktop, just make it easier for me. Thank you, Firefox. Yes, I'm a Firefox user. I much prefer it to Chrome. It's not as GPU heavy, and I just like the fancy security bits it gives you as well, so I like it. Let's go for Cineworld. What are vouchers? Adult 2D for my local branch. 2 tickets. Continue. Sorry, add, then continue. Continue. MasterCard, I think. Yes, that one. Agree, continue, and buy now. Cool. I'm a happy owner of 2 slightly discounted cinema tickets, courtesy of the company I work for. Thank you very much. To be fair, like most people, the only time you ever use the work benefit schemes that everyone's got a work benefit scheme in most places. The only one you ever use is cinema tickets. The rest of it you'll never use. Cinema tickets are very, very handy. Maybe I should do my own like Drawyah benefit scheme. Whenever I need to go somewhere or do something, I can use my own benefits. I don't know how that would work. I'd be the only employee, that's for sure. Well, you'd hope so, being self-registered, but hey. Right, that's all sorted. Father will take over the rest. Yeah, fellow Firefox user Scottish. Saw some John Wick vibes, low-key. Share screenshots on Discord channel of amazing the hotel room. Yes, have a look. Oh, right, okay, I know where you are. I know exactly where you are. Yeah, you're in Aldgate. Got the gherkin in the background. God, you're like, yeah, okay. Interesting, I'll be walking, well, I won't be walking past it, but I'll be within like a mile of that tomorrow. Interesting. Yeah, I know exactly where you are. You got the gherkin in the background, which puts you in Aldgate. I put you to the north side of the river. You're about a 5-minute walk from Tower Bridge. So you've got a nice location there. Yeah, enjoy it. You would use a cycle work scheme, but you're terrified cycling in central London. Oh, same. Well, I can't really cycle to work. I'm just a bit too far away to make it kind of viable to cycle. But yeah, cycling in London's not the not your prime time thing, really. Right. Well, very shortly, you're approaching our top of descents. You're flying on IVAO and your headphones are making a static sound, which caused me to shake it and press the reset button, and guess what was on the final approach? Ah, whoops. So which reset button did you press on your computer, or? So where did you just stop being relative to you to then hit the reset button? That's interesting. Maybe see you tomorrow. Well, we'll see, dude. If you figure out where I work, then yeah, I'm not that. I wouldn't say I'm quite walking distance, but I'm certainly a couple of bus rides away. Right, shall we do our second giveaway today? So, second giveaway of FlightControlReplay. Nope, not Crash yet, Kai, as you're in chats. Right. Second giveaway today, so FCR in chat, don't spam it, you don't get entered. Second chance of winning FlightControlReplay as we enjoy the heavy turbulence that the US is giving us at the moment. Not the most comfortable flights in the world, I must admit. Welcome, Jonathan, how are you? Welcome to the chats. Yeah. So how do you, like, you got your headphones here? Is your desktop like right next to you with a button, the reset button right by your elbow? That's, I don't know. Interesting position there. Gosh, this turbulence is getting really bad now. Not much wing flex. The CRJ doesn't have much of my wing flex. There is some effects on the wing there. Not the smoothest effects in the world. Animation could be actually worked by Aerosofts. The giveaway 32 years is FlightControlReplay. So give away four copies of FlightControlReplay, which is the replay tool I use in Flight Sim. And well, you can use it for replays, you can use it for recording videos, recording showcases, AI traffic, mod around, all that kind of stuff. There's a few things it does. It's a very handy little add-on. I do quite like it. It's very good for multi-purpose stuff. So yeah, chance to win it. FCR in chats. Giveaway in about 30 seconds. So Scottish was our first winner. And our second winner of FCR, make sure you've got Discord for me to contact you, is Dachu KYB. You on chat? You still here? Give you a minute to respond. If you've gone, we're re-rolling it. If you're still here, then we will, well, carry on, I guess. Just a reminder, Nick, if you spam it, you get removed from giveaway. Don't spam it. Yeah, Nick, Dash, you're still here. Good. Drop me your Discord username. So again, just kind of Discord format. In my case, mine's Drawyah8663. Drop me a Discord username, and I'll send you a message. Probably, well, if it's still early enough, I'll do it tonight. If it's not, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Yeah, with instructions on how to claim prize. And don't worry, if you haven't won it yet, there's still 2 more to give away in the stream. Still 2 more copies to give away. I'll do one when we get to the gate at Seattle, and then one at the end of the very end of the stream when we do our replays afterwards. Yes, altitude's not giving me much to play with at the moment. It's a roller coaster up here. There you go, Chucky B046. Thank you very much. I'll drop you a message at the end of the stream. Congrats, dude. Enjoy your prize. So we've got 40 miles, yeah, you know what, start our descent now, at least we get out this altitude bomb as well. Well, altitude bomb, turbulence bomb, so set altitude to flight level 240. Vertical speed, descend at a rate of, no, where do we start off with? tell you what, if we get down to 22,000, we'll be able to manage it much better with the Pitira waypoint for flight level 220, so we'll do that. Oh, there you go, bedtime for me. I better get this aircraft on the ground soon. Like 7.5 hours. That'll be alright. I think I'll get a longer night's sleep I have tonight than I have had in last week, so I won't fuss it. Give him a copy of Flight Control Replay away, PACX. Flight Control Replay. FCR. You'll be meeting me in Seattle, flying to San Francisco. Very nice, icy monkey. See you on the ground. Welcome, Julia. How are you doing? Welcome, channel. Welcome, chat. How are you today? How are you? So make sure that my approach instructions are correct. So we do Hawks 7 approach, inbound from the south, I'm using the ILS runway 34. Hello ladies and gentlemen, quick updates from the flight deck. We have started our descent now into Seattle and we'll be landing in approximately 30 minutes. If you need to toilets, we'll be turning off seat sign very shortly for you to have your last go at that. Otherwise we ask you to return to your seats as soon as possible and prepare the aircraft for approach and landing into Seattle. Once again, we'll be landing in approximately 30 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm not using the latest version of NVIDIA, I'm using the one before that, version 4.96.35, something like that, because 497 has issues with the issues with Microsoft Flight Sim, causing them to crash. So I have got a slightly older version of NVIDIA drivers. Okay, I just never installed the latest updates. I was on the speed there, so let's reduce a bit more throttle. That'll do. I have the Microsoft Flight Sim on Steam, but I'm not using it on Steam. I've got it on Steam and Microsoft Store. I'm just using it on Microsoft Store. Clouds are on Epic. Yes, clouds are on Ultra, Khan. Clouds are currently set to Ultra in Flight Sim. And they do look good. They do look really, really good. Ultra Clouds was one setting I was not willing to fight back. So on the few things I've set back to high or waves for medium, Clouds are something I cannot turn off Ultra because they just look too good. And look at that, absolutely beautiful. And it's a whole part of the visual appeal of Microsoft Flight Sim. And yeah, that's like scenery is great, but for clouds like this, honestly, there's no better alternative apart from just being in a real aeroplane. Photoshop's cropping tools really get on my nerves now. I don't even know why. I know it's alright, but for some reason today, it's like, what is this? How do I screenshot? So how do I crop? I've now forgotten. Very annoying. Right, so doing okay for the 2,000 for Pitira, so reduce the altitude now down to 12,000. And yeah, once again, altitude-wise, pretty good for the current rate of descent. Yeah, kill throttle, kill the throttle. Stop us from going too fast. P3's license, it really depends on what you're going to do with it. I mean, if you've got an intention to become a flight student one day, then the student license, the education one's absolutely perfect for most people's usage. If you're the owner of a company who wants to do proper professional flight sim, then yeah, you'll get the professional license. But academic is, for the most part, a fine use case for anyone who really wants it. But yeah, P3 and FSX, it really comes down to what you're looking for between the two. Welcome Adam, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chats, how are you today? Continue our descent, so far so good. Stream's running at solid 30 FPS, no frames dropped, so that's a very good sign for me. I'm at the end of all the issues I had in the past. Yeah, CRJ absolutely bossing at the moment. Stand plays to P3. I must admit, Nick, I don't remember off the top of my head. If you look at my P3D versus X-Plane versus Microsoft Flight comparison, which was about a year ago, in fact it was like Christmas Eve over that video. On that, I go into detail about the different default aircraft options. I must admit, off the top of my head, I don't remember. Nothing commercial jetliner. If you want stuff like 737, A320, you will need to go through the third-party listings, I'm afraid. I mean, FSX comes with default 737 and 747, but they're not really high-quality aircraft that you're going to fly online, ever really. So regardless, if you want to get yourself a decent aircraft, you will need to go through the mods option anyway for both platforms. And an FSX mod slightly cheaper than the P3D equivalents. Yeah, it really comes down to what you're looking for. We've passed through 10,000 feet, sorry, 18,000 feet, so we'll switch over to low cloud altimeter, which is... where is it? Where is Seattle weather? Right, 6 degrees centigrade, QNH 1014, again in hexapascals. Sorry, it's hexapascals 1014 in inches. 308 knot winds, plus 10 visibility, so that's fine. So I'm going to cheat, I'm going to use that, 1014, and then that's 299.7, there we go. I'm cheating, yes, I know. Kill the center rate slightly, not by much, just tiny bits. and let me make sure that my ILS frequencies are all set. So if I go to the charts for Seattle, Seattle charts list, approach runway 34 right, 110.3, course 344, 110.3. On 0.3. Course 344. Should we switch over to nav source? Localizer. 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll do. That's nav source stats, and then just make sure I'm flying direct to Hawk still. Copilot side, I'll just change the nav source over to localizer 1. Now just connect straight it automatically, that's fine. Yeah, cool, we're good to go for the 10 at this point. Right, now reaching 12,000, so we're going to reduce our altitude to the glide slope inset, which is going to be 2,200. Got ATC, we'll be saying hello to them very shortly. 2,200 sets, and increase our vertical speed down to 1,800 feet per minute. Seatbelts on. Send passengers back to their seats. Right, Seattle approach on 120.1. Hello there, Seattle approach. This is Delta 1384, currently inbound. Leon on the Hawks 7 approach, runway 34 right.
Delta 1384, hello, Seattle approach, squawk 1411.
Let me just do this. 1411, I was going to change my directs to, so I'm going to go to 13 instead, because I've made it a bit awkward for myself. Squawk 1411 for Delta 1384. Hang on. The aircraft flag out. Yeah, that's up. Right, squawking 1411.
United 1029, request IFR clearance to San Francisco. United 1029, Seattle approach, hello, frequency, correction, clearance on request, standby number 1.
So gas speed below 250.
Delta 1384, Seattle approach, radar contact, you can fly direct to Saunders, Sierra, Oscar, November, Delta, Romeo, cleared for the ILS approach, runway 24 right, correction, 34 right.
Delta 1384, clear directs to Sondor and approach runway 34 right.
United 1029, you ready to copy?
Roger, ready to copy, United 1029.
United 1029, you are cleared to San Francisco via the Harrop, the 6 departure, E-Rave transition, then as filed. Maintain 7,000 feet. Expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is my frequency, squawk 1413.
Since we have got, well, since the stream's about FlightControlReplay as a giveaway, well, I've got FlightControlReplay. Get recording. Oh, here we go. This is where the sim takes a minute. One day. And
United 1029, did you copy the departure clearance?
Right, so 6,000 Sonder, yeah, that's fine. Always increase throttle, keep aircraft on 250 knots.
Just checking, did you copy the departure clearance, or you want me to repeat?
Repeat, please.
United 1029, you are cleared to San Francisco via the Herob 6 departure, ERAVE transition, then as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure.
Climb and maintain 7,000 feet, flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. United 1029.
And United 1029, the departure is as you filed. Herob 6, Hotel Alpha Romeo Oscar Bravo 6. The transition
right, so far so good. So we've got ourselves on frequency, we've got ourselves established, and we've got ourselves a clear approach onto runway 34 right. Direct to Sonder, when do we need to actually...
1029, read back correct. Push and start at your discretion. You can expect runway 34 right for departure. Call me for taxi.
Increase throttle. And when appropriate, start to use flaps. Cody, if you don't know how to read charts, I could do at some point, Nick. If it's something people are interested, then yeah, definitely do a charts video. There's our approach speed today. We are doing a VRF for 137 knots, so set that. 137 will be our final approach speed. Pass through 5,500. So we'll shortly be flying over Tacoma, which is the town just south of Seattle, which is where the name Seattle-Tacoma comes from, SeaTac. The airport sits right in the middle of the two, equidistance. Off turbulence mode now, since we got no issue turbulence at the point of time. Aircraft's performing fine, no real ground effects, it's all looking good for us at the moment. Why not track IR? Because I don't find a need for it. LT right, I'm quite happy with just using the keyboard and mouse. I never understood the need to turn your head to look at a monitor in front of you, unless your monitor's like this big and a million miles away. Never understood track IR in my opinion. Not something that I've personally ever found a need for. That's one. Okay, so doing pretty good for the altitude already, I must admit. Very good for the altitude. About 20 miles away. That's 8. The aircraft was about 200 knots. So again, having to use manual throttle on the CRJ because there's no auto throttle to give you some assistance on that. It's not a big process, just need you to stay on more alert on what you're doing with your throttle inputs. Which my webcam's in the right place actually as well, has been knocked. Let's change it later. Right, 1,000 feet to go.
Delta 1384, looks like you overshot the localizer there. Would you like to try to correct, or would you go mid?
Delta 1384 will try and correct.
Delta 1384, roger. You can turn left around 320. That'll get you back on for the IA.
Make left heading 320, and it gets back onto the localizer Delta 1384. Didn't even realise that. Alright, left 320. Too busy watching on the altitude. Just went right past the glide slope like it didn't even exist. Drawyah, you're an absolute joke sometimes. Right, nav source, switch over to localizer. So, co-pilots, localizer 1. Just pretend it doesn't even exist. Whee! There you go, that's more like it. So yeah, cloud cover looking to be seen. So the approach mode. As soon as we're back onto the glide slope, back to localizer, aircraft will just kick in the automated systems and bring us down the glide slope. And then gear down.
United 1029, ready to taxi.
United 1029, runway 34 right, taxi via Bravo, hold short of runway 34 right.
Taxi via Bravo, hold short of 34 right, United 1029.
Right, so there you go, back on the localizer. Just wait for the altitude to establish, which is just do now. Delta 1384, establish runway 34 right. So fine.
Delta 1384, the wind 040 at 10 knots, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Runway 34 right, cleared to land, Delta 1384. So 137, and that's VRF, so yeah, 137 VRF speed set. Any second now, shoot back on the glide slope. Make sure the reversers are armed. On and on. Sorry, off and on and armed. And there you go.
United 1029, I see you're squawking 7700. You having an emergency?
United 1029, autopilot problems here, stand by please.
Runways in sight, lights just visible in the clouds. So altitude 7000, that'll be our misapproach altitude sets. I wonder why I know that one off by heart. Right, pre-land checks, gear down, 3 greens, flaps splits, reversers armed, we have landing clearance, pre-land checks complete. $1,000.
United 1029, we request return to the airport.
United 1029, roger. You want to shoot the ILS approach for runway 34 right?
Roger.
What's part of final control?
United 1029, roger. Turn left heading 150, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000, turn left heading 150, United 1029.
400.
God, the man's that 400 mark, aren't we?
300. 200. 100.
Sync rate.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Throttles.
10.
Reverses armed. 100 knots. $80 knots. 60 knots reverses cut. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle-Tacoma. Delta 1384, clear runway.
Delta 1384, welcome to Seattle. You can taxi to the ramp via Bravo at your discretion.
Taxis ramp via Bravo at my discretion for Delta 1384. Right, taxi to the gate via Bravo. Right, let's clear the aircraft up, so, whoops. There we go. Right, put the APU into lights, landing lights off, taxi lights set, turn off the transponder.
United 1029, turn right heading 310.
APU starts.
Turn right heading 310, United 1029.
I believe I've got some scenery here at Seattle. I can't remember if this is a sim default one or not. But I have got some scenery currently new here at Seattle.
Delta 1384, frequency change is approved. Have a good day.
Frequency change approved. Thank you very much. Take care and good night. Delta 1384. Pick any stand, anything on the left it, should do us fine. Also, to clear the runway, which the strobes turned off. Welcome, Adam. How are you doing? Welcome to Tenham's Chats. How are you today? Right. Our position. Parking brake sets. AP available. So engines 1 and 2 can shut off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle-Tacoma. Local time right now is approximately 5:30, with low temperature outside right now at a warm, I don't know my Fahrenheit, so I can't give you temperature. We thank you for flying the Delta connection, we hope you have a safe on the journey, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm the doors and cross check please. So we're going to get the jet bridge next to the aircraft because in the US they do like their jet bridges. So we're going to open doors and lower the guardrail for jet bridge usage. Cargo doors open and ground power carts. Wood chocks, ground power carts, and connect. Taxi lights turned off as well. So beacon lights off, taxi lights off. Passengers can slowly disembark from the aircraft as soon as the door is connected. Like so. Yeah, so in the CRJ you can lower the guard rails, which is the little handrails, and the jet bridge fits very nice on top of it, give passengers direct access to the terminal. Not bad that. Also, fantastic bit of clouds, of course, just to bring things to a close. I'm going to our last screenshot for Volanta. We were the 43rd passenger arrive here today at Seattle-Tacoma. It's quite a busy airport. Not the busiest, but you get a fair bit of traffic here. Right, let's do passengers for this flight, shall we? This could go either way. So, Delta 1384, CRJ-900 from Palm Springs to Seattle, 2 hours 20 flight time. Planned departure 900, departed 5 minutes late. Planned arrival 21:30. We arrived, well, 10 minutes behind, a minute early, give or take. Passenger 79, satisfaction 88, with landing rate of 32 feet per minute, flight time 2 hours and 36. Some extreme flying auditions and a hard landing, can't know where that came from, but overall, a soft landing to end it all off. Overall, passengers quite happy on the aircraft, can't really say much about that. I'll drop the flight report in chat, so if you should look at it in more detail, you can do so in your own time. A lot of discounts from ATC. Thank you very much for the ATC service in Seattle today. Here's the flight reports. Let's finish recording the replay, and let's also close all the doors. That way I can get a replay in without doors being open. So close, close, remove the chocks. That will connect. Disconnects even. We'll leave the AP running for the sake of having the AP running. Volanta's finished tracking, that's fine. So, in fact, before we do that, giveaway. So, let's give away our 3rd copy of Flight Control Replay. Then 30 seconds, just type FCR in chat. We'll give away a 3rd copy of Flight Control Replay. We'll do one giveaway now, we'll look at the replays, and we'll do one giveaway at the end of replays. Again, don't spam it. If you spam it, you lose your chance to win it. Just type FCR in chat, and make sure you've got a way for me to contact you on Discord when the stream is over. So, next giveaway will be in 20 seconds, 15 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flyboy747, you still in chat? If you're still here, you won a prize. If you've gone, then it moves on to somebody else. You still here, Flyboy? If you're not, someone else is on it. Got a minute to respond. You have 45 seconds out left. No, Flyboy, you don't want it. Come on, dude. You're running out of time here. You don't win it, someone else wins it. So, unfortunately, dude, it's your loss. Alright, well, the next giveaway will be in 15 seconds if he doesn't respond in. He has 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, dude, your minute's up. The true winner is Sophie Patton. Are you still in chat, Sophie? Sophie, you still here? Someone's got to win it. Man, imagine this. No winners. No winners for the giveaways. Nobody want Flight Control Replay anymore. You've won it. There you go, Sophie. Right, drop me your Discord in the chat, and I'll drop a message at the end of the stream with your instructions to claim your prize. Well played. Well played. You're our 3rd winner, Flight Control Replay. Don't worry, we still have one more giveaway to do. We're going to do the replays in Flight Control Replay, of course, because that's how it works. And then once we've done the replays, I'll do one more giveaway to bring the stream to an end. So let's press play, and let's have a look at the landing from all of our favourite perspectives, from passenger right down to the runway. Why can't we run stream at ZX? For reasons that will come eventually soon. Right. So hang on, remember that Flight Control Replays. One thing it doesn't like is flaps for some reason. Right, so let's have a landing from the passenger point of view. Okay, so it does say some animations to load. Once the animation is going, all looks very good indeed. So at this point we are now at 1,380 feet. Yep, ends the giveaway. You just type FCR in chat. Captain Ad, there's one more to do. Thank you, Sophie and 212972. I'll drop you a message as soon as stream ends about claiming your prize. Thank you very much. Well played. Right, so left hand side view is looking out towards the lakes and towards the more rural parts of Washington State. There was a sink rate in the short funnel there, but nothing bad for us. When you touch rate at 31 feet per minute, I think I can accept. That was a pretty smooth landing. Very quick catch from the spoilers there, straight up. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. So I have to get from the right hand side now, so this will be the view of the terminal running by it. Again, relatively rural view from the right hand side. Most of the, Tacoma itself, city down to the south. Seattle, that's definitely the main bustling heart of the states.
Don't sink.
Come on, you're not going to do the don't sink thing, are you now?
400. Don't sink.
Okay, if you're going to do say don't sink for this play, that's fine. We can live without it.
Don't sink.
Decent approach speed too, not our fastest approach ever. This was what, 144 knots. The VREF was 187. Given that this was manual throttle, I can't really fuss too much about the speed there. I think we're doing pretty good for the control.
Don't sink. 200. 100. Don't sink. 50.
At the threshold, and there's the delta hangs over that. There's a touchdown. Not bad, eh? Not bad. A little bit of jug on the centre line, but nothing too problematic. I'll do one more view, this time with. There's no real native tail cam, so I'm going to have to do kind of. Find it. Maybe I'll do this tail cam. Again, the clouds looking absolutely phenomenal up above. Just shame we had to fly through the thick of it on this short final there. But again, for the visibility, well, not anything for us to particularly worry about. I can handle it quite fine. No, not terrible. Not a terrible sense line there. Alright, let's bring the aircraft back to its touchdown zone, where I'm going to then disconnect the follow camera. Bring the aircraft up about 600 feet, there we go. And do a view of the landing from the runway side. So there's our CRJ in short final. Amazing grease. How great the sound. That saved the landing like mine. Something difficult bang on the centre line on a small plane. Oh yeah, especially with a crosswind. Centre lines aren't always the easiest. But hey, any land you can walk away from. On this occasion, and you can walk away from is an absolute miracle, so fair play, fair play. Yeah, not bad that. Not bad. I can't I can't fuss that, can I? I'll do one more landing replay. But from the base of the landing gear. The thing about Master Flight Sims that you can't do a quick camera as a runway can. You can do, Icy Monkey. In fact, Microsoft Flight Sim has got a runway camera. I'll show you that access in a second if I remember the key commands myself. I'm very sure it's insert end, and that puts you in the middle of the runway. I'll double check that in a second. Smooth as pie. Bit shaky on you centering there, but smooth as pie. Yeah, so insert access drawing cam. There we go. If you just press insert and end enough, eventually you do get a runway cam. Can't do much with it. It's a static camera which doesn't move. Oh no, it does move. There you go. Yeah, it's like an airport base cam. Oh yeah, one does exist. It's not the best, but it does exist. So there you go. Let's have a look at air traffic control view for this landing. It's quite a showcase camera. Yeah, Joy says it's not bad, but inside he's so happy. Yeah, because once I've done my magic with YouTube Editor, it's like nothing would have ever gone wrong. Unfortunately, I can't claim that I've never had a crash ever again, because unfortunately, that's not true. But at least from people who were streaming in like 6 months' time, we'll never know what ever happened. Apart from the fact that it's been clipped, and now on Discord. I can't blame you guys. There's your touchdown. Not a bad day. Right, so let's do one more giveaway of FlightControlReplay. Who wants it? Once again, just type FCR in chat, FCR, FCR. Don't spam it, otherwise you lose your entry. And yeah, let's in fact, let me just do it like this. Much better. FCR in chat, type FCR in chat, don't spam it, and you get a chance to win the add-on. What are you doing there? Replay. Oh, it crashed. What happened there? There's FCR. There's CRJ Seattle. How peculiar. Hang on. There, that's more like it. Right, so our final giveaway winner to go alongside Scottish, Chucky and Sophie is going to be Federico. You in the chat still, Federico? If you're not, you got a minute to respond. If you don't respond, it goes to somebody else. You're in chat, dude. Right, give me Discord username and then I'll drop you a message tonight on how to claim your prize. Congrats, dude. Well played. Once stream's over, going to go on the roof and get some pics. Yeah, do enjoy it, dude. Do enjoy it. And do enjoy London as well. It's a beautiful city. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. Yeah, do enjoy it. Do enjoy it. Right, so Federico, like I say, give me Discord on the chat. Your Discord username. I'm Drawyah #8663. Give me that and I'll be able to drop you a message. As the rest of you, we still do these giveaways monthly, so if you want a chance to win FlightControlReplay, tune in next month where we'll be doing our next FCR giveaway. Once again, a massive thank you to Fabio for giving us copies of these to give away every month, and yeah, thank you, Federico. I'll drop you a message shortly. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to showcase this product. I do like FCR. It was the first proper replay to win Flight Sim. It still works strong to this day. I can't fault it. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon for some more Flight Sim action. I haven't get a chance to work BA as part of the American. BA takes American pilots. I think anyone really. Right, take care, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good luck with work ahead. Try and get a few more streams up for you now, Christmas as well. Just get a few balances up. Take care, and good night. Bye bye.